Hello, this is David William Weissner, and this is another episode of David Speaks. Tonight's episode, we're going to talk about God and prayer and what prayer means for us. God can see everything, meaning no one on this earth gets away with anything without God knowing about it. People think they can get away with things. There's something called karma, which God has literally sewn into the fabric of our souls. Meaning, God has set up the rules of what is a sin, and it comes back to you. If you put a sin out there, it comes back to you three times. It's 3 to 1. Okay? And that is the law of the universe. And there's no getting around that. There's no mantras that'll help you. There's no eternal reward until after the school is up, time at the school is up. But listen, in this school, prayer can help you in many ways. Prayer is very powerful. Prayer can accomplish anything, almost, because God can accomplish anything. It can bring you to a new light of learning, to a new horizon. I'm going to give you an example of how prayer helped me once. You know, I talked about here, I've written a book, a memoir about my life. I had a very crazy life. You know, I've been through everything a person can be with, can go through being with bipolar disorder, meaning homelessness, jail, murder attempts on me, all kinds of things. And that's in my memoir. So, and this story is in my memoir, but I'm going to tell it to you now. It's about the power of prayer. I was living on Venice Beach, homeless, penniless, just the clothes on my back that I owned, 3,000 miles from my home in Staten Island. And I got into it with this guy who said he was a security guard at the library in Venice. I don't know what he was. He was a weird character. And he told me to get out of Venice. All right. And I probably should have, but I was manic. I wasn't sane. I was homeless. I didn't listen to him. I stayed there. And he ended up getting like 6 other people and himself to throw me out of Venice Beach physically, meaning they jumped me. Okay. I'll tell you the whole story. So, first, they came at me and he said, he said, walk to San Antonio. Not San Antonio, to the town next to it. It is, I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've been to LA. The town down the block, uh, where the pier is. I'm sorry. Okay. So, 6 of them came at me in different ways. One on a bicycle with a bat, and he came by me and he hit me behind the legs from the bike, and I went flying down. All right, I was filled with fear, real fear. So I was badly outnumbered by these people, and then these other 3 guys came at me, and one threw a punch at me like this, and I punched back, and it's very strange. Our hands like clicked like that. They broke off the attack, and then another guy charged me, and he charged me, and we took to fighting, and he had me on the ground, punching me, but I flipped him around, and I was punching him. I had him on the ground. I was winning that fight, and then the guy said he was a security guard. I don't know. He's a big black guy, muscles everywhere. He knew how to fight. You know, I'm a guy from the suburbs. I've only had to fight to defend myself. You know, I don't want to hurt anybody, but I was in this fight for real as a homeless person. Okay, they were trying to kick me out. They wanted me to go to Santa Monica or the next town after that. So then he grabbed me by the ear, okay, and he pulled me all the way in between the walls into the alleyway. And he started punching me. He put me up against the wall, Okay, I was really scared of this guy. Okay, he was big and strong. He knew what he was doing. Way bigger than me, way stronger and faster. And I knew I was being beat. He hit me like 9 times right here, right? I had contact lenses on, no glasses, right to the orbital bone. 9 times he hit me, and my fight or flight response was in freeze mode, meaning I just froze. It was just like the scariest I've ever been in my life. I thought this guy was gonna just kill me. And then he actually got tired of hitting me. I just stood there against the brick wall. Um, so he stopped to huff and puff, breathe a little bit, get a second wind before he was going to finish me off. And I got down on my knees. I dropped to my knees. I put my hands together and I prayed to God. I prayed, God, this is your son David. Please help me. Please help me. I'm getting killed here. But God, please. It was my desperate plea to God. And God came through. Okay? I believe he sent one of my angels to help me, because a force came through my body and lifted me up right to this man with my legs around his arms like this, so he couldn't punch me anymore. And then I went like this and put my hands around his neck, his thick neck, and I saw like colors kind of going in, and I tried to strangle him to death, like he was trying to kill me. I just strangled him as hard as I could with all my might, and then I passed out. And when I woke up, he was gone. All his friends were gone, and I was free. And I just took off into Venice. And that is the power of prayer. Meaning, it worked. If I didn't pray that prayer, I don't know what he might have broke up my whole face. He would have broke my nose, my mouth, everything. I just stood there. I was frozen with fear. But the one thing that saved me was prayer. Unbelievable. Thank you, God. Okay, and thank you, angels who work for God. They're His messengers. They're His warriors. The archangels fight for Him. Every person on this world, every person in this world has a guardian angel, at least one, right behind them all the time. They watch out for you. They help you. They try to talk to you if you need some kind of unconscious advice. And they saved my life that night. So I would encourage you to always pray to God, to the one God. This is monotheism. That's our religion now on the world. Doesn't matter what religion you are, doesn't matter if you're a Buddhist, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Jew, if you're a Christian, if you're a Catholic, if you're a Jain, if you're a Hindu, it doesn't matter. There's one God. Pray to Him and Him alone. And your life can change. I've been praying most of my whole life. Okay. And you'll notice that as you pray, your life will change and things will move in a different direction. Because as you pray, your life opens up. God takes the time to work in your life, to help you. The angels are there too, for help. And you could change your whole life with just a prayer. So that's all I'm going to say that's all I'm going to say tonight. It's just a little short video tonight about prayer. Pray to God for anything, for help, for mercy, anything, as long as it's positive, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. That's a self-defense. That was a prayer I prayed that day, for self-defense. All right, that's it. If you want to help me out, if you like this video and all the other videos I've been putting up, could you please press the subscribe button? It really would help me out a lot. And if you want to check out my life and all the crazy adventures and horrible things and great things I've been through, you could buy my memoir. It's on YouTube. Just click on where it says memoir. And that's it. Okay, have a beautiful night. Take care.